identify day one, basically the things that, over and above that was in the curriculum, things that you'd be interested in getting out of the course, things that would be interested to you. And I'd like to see what you come of it, and anything else you'd like to add to it. So,
Anyways, we went through ours, and we felt that we had learned much about valuing ourselves outside of our past experience. We did not learn much about social media, so there might be a thought in terms of if the course goes on that maybe a module on the social, be it Twitter, be it LinkedIn, be it Facebook, be it whatever. We started on developing networking skills. I'm going to say that yes, they're certainly a whole lot broader than Jackie and I came in with, but we also recognize there's a whole lot of work to do there, and informational interviews and things like that will broaden that from this perspective. And we certainly learned to identify our transferable skills. Certainly I think all of us agree that our self-confidence in regard to going out into or going back into the workplace was elevated. Our self-awareness was personally, and certainly it was felt within the group, this was wonderful. Just wonderful. I have never had, I've certainly been labeled before, and I don't mean to in those terms, but I had an idea who I was in regard to the 4 letters, but I'd never had it explained, and I've never really taken it far enough to understand its application. Now I know that we've only got this much of the world of Myers-Briggs, but I feel as though I've come away with an understanding of myself a little better, understanding of people around me, and an understanding of how I can interact with others in the workplace in a much more understanding, tolerable way. Well, we all agreed that we learned a new structure for our resumes. I know personally that has been very powerful for me. Cover letter writing is elevated tremendously. The interviewing skills and the preparedness. I had an interview yesterday, and I was more nervous in the interview with Yvonne and Anne than I've ever been for any interview, and certainly yesterday's was a piece of cake, because we are really, I came back and said, guys, we're really well prepared. We really are. You know, through the 5 weeks, you sort of gradually grow and learn and whatnot, but you don't really look back to see how far you've come. But when you get into that interview, all of a sudden, holy smokes, I'm handling this very differently than I would have otherwise. So kudos to the interview preparation and that. The idea of informational interviews certainly was new to me. I always thought you walked in with your resume and said, can I have a job? But again, informational interviews in terms of expanding your knowledge of what's out there, and going back to where's our networking one.
the other page.
It's on back on the other page. Certainly goes to that. The NING website was tremendous. Michael, that's your doing. A wonderful job. Absolutely wonderful. And we all agreed, don't ever drop this part. Don't ever think of letting this go, because it goes to the age we are. We're all coming to be, I think, a little more comfortable with ourselves, but it gives us that foundation and strength and confidence to go out and not be nervous about interviews and that sort of thing. But that's what we came. Those are the conclusions that we came to.